Welcome back to GozurHotList. Today,
Gala, Lemonade, Lucy Glow, Pink Lady, Red Delicious, Sweetango, Sweetie, Macintosh, and many more go head to head.
you're about to witness the Apple Tournament of Champions. So today we're going to determine the best apple out of these 16 apples, and here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna take an apple, I'm gonna grab a second apple, take a bite of each. The loser is eliminated, but the winner moves on to another round. Will I be sick of apples near the end? Only time will tell. Our first matchup, Red Delicious versus Jazz.
Fight.
Little mealy. Okay, I cannot start with bites that big. Look at that's one bite. We're gonna take smaller bites from now on. Jazz. That's crisp, it's sweet. The winner of this round goes to Jazz by Red Delicious. You got us through elementary school, but you're gonna have to go. Coming up against the defending champion Jazz, it's Honeycrisp. I'm gonna take another bite of Jazz, then I'm gonna go for the Honeycrisp. Here it is, this is Honeycrisp. Yes, clear winner. It's less sweet than the Jazz, but there's a little bite that I really like to it. I also ate part of the sticker, but even still it won. The winner of this round, Honeycrisp. Going up against the champ, Honeycrisp, it's Sweetie. I haven't heard of Sweetie before, so it'll be great to try. It has a nice hollow sound. Can you hear that? All right, Honeycrisp. That is a good apple. Sweetie. It is sweet, as the name implies. It's a little softer in texture, not as crisp. It doesn't have that special bite. Still the reigning champ, Honeycrisp by Sweetie. Going against the champion, Cripps Pink. Don't know why it's called Cripps Pink. Is this an apple dumpling gang thing? I don't know. Here we go again, Honeycrisp. And the challenger, Cripps Pink. It's very bland. Very little flavor on that Cripps Pink. I think the worst we've tried so far. Honeycrisp still the champion, going up against Ambrosia Gold. I am keeping track of a hierarchy, and we will have the full hierarchy at the end of the video. Another bite of Honeycrisp. Good as ever. Ambrosia Gold. Oh wow. Whoa. It is extremely crispy, sweet, but kind of mild. There's like a hint of like rose or rose water to it. Man, this is a really, really tough one. Wow, I'm gonna go with the Ambrosia. Let's take a break from our competition and give a quick history of apples.
Apples, a fall staple. But where did all these apples come from? Believe it or not, apples were domesticated up to 10,000 years ago. They really hit their stride on the Silk Road, traveling from Central Asia to Europe. They were brought to America by European invaders, settlers in the 1700s. By 1845, there were over 300 varieties grown in the USA, and more being developed daily. Fun fact, the Latin word for evil and for apple is the same, malum.
Going up against the new champ, Ambrosia, we have Rockit. This came in a box with a ton of these tiny apples. You can see the size comparison here. They're tiny, but hopefully it will pack a punch. Ambrosia again. So crisp. And Rockit. Whoa. It's a very classic apple. No sour, no interesting notes. It's a very, very good apple, but I think Ambrosia Gold's still gonna win this guy. Get some of these though, that's perfect for your lunch. Rockit apple. Ambrosia Gold, still the champ, going up against Sweetango. Now, Sweetango. A much softer apple. Wasn't really expecting that. Sweetango, it's good, but Ambrosia still the reigning champion. Ambrosia versus Pink Lady.
Hang on, has Taj been back here the whole time? What has he been doing?
Pink Lady. This is a very good apple. It just doesn't have anything special necessarily. I gotta give it another go. I gotta give it to the Ambrosia. It is sticking around. Ambrosia Gold. Pink Lady is a very, very solid apple. Texture on point, crispness, but Ambrosia Gold is staying the champion. All of these apples will be cut up, used in a fruit salad or a tart. I haven't decided yet. None of this fruit's going to waste. Coming up against the defending champion, we have Fuji. Wow. Comparing these two, the Ambrosia Gold is a lot sweeter, but I sort of like the tanginess of that Fuji apple. Also a little juicier. Knocking out the champion, it's Fuji. I don't know if this is really a fair fight. This is the only green apple that we have in the battle today. It's Granny Smith versus Fuji. Granny Smith. A Granny Smith apple is a classic. Great to cook with, great to eat on its own. It's just not my cup of tea. It's gonna go in the mix. It's just not my champion. Leave me an angry comment if you disagree. We got some real challengers here coming up.
But first, what about Johnny Appleseed? His real name was John Chapman, and by all accounts he was a pretty weird dude with an ingenious plan. Frontierland was up for grabs from the US government, so Johnny traveled around with a pot on his head, planting mini orchards. He would later come back and harvest the apples to make hard cider and claim the land as his own. He was also a mystical Christian cult missionary with a belief system called Swedenborgianism. Oh, and alongside his apple trees he planted invasive dog fennel weed, so that's not great. But now he's an apple folk hero.
Coming up against the Fuji apple, it's the Envy. Envy apple. Whoa, whoa. Ugh. That's a strong apple. Gosh, it's like they took the flavor of apple skin and turned it up to 11. It's a very dense apple. It took me a while to chew through it. The skin is very rough and just packs flavor. I don't necessarily like that flavor, but I have to give it to Envy. They're not just trying to have a middle of the road apple here, they're going for it. Still the reigning champion, Fuji. Coming up against Fuji, the lemonade apple. I've actually never heard of a lemonade apple before. I'm excited to try it. I'm assuming it's gonna be sour, but I love lemonade, so we'll see. Get a refresher for the Fuji taste. Lemonade apple. It's very yellow all the way through. Surprisingly, it's not sour. I'm guessing it's named for its color. That's a middle of the line apple right there. It's just an apple that's yellow. Great. Coming up against Fuji, we have the Lucy Glow. I'm really looking forward to this one. The sticker says naturally red inside. What does that mean? We're about to find out. This is the Lucy Glow. Whoa, this is not just a gimmick. This is a delicious apple. It's a little more sour, has some tartness to it, but it's still so sweet and juicy. I think you know. Goodbye, Fuji. Hello, Lucy Glow. Wow, that thing is crazy. It's so cool to see it so red inside. Lucy Glow might have a good challenger here coming up against a classic, Gala. Is it Gala? Gala, I think it's Gala. That's a good apple. What I like about a Gala apple is they are so sweet. Almost like a dessert apple to me. What's a dessert apple? It's no contest. Gotta stick with the Lucy Glow. And last but not least, let me get a refresher on the Lucy Glow. Wow, packed full of flavor. All right, Macintosh, let's see what you can do. Oh no. No. It's super mealy. Oh, I don't like it. I don't know if this is just the Macintosh that I picked out. Time of year. That is horrible. I don't know if I've ever had a Macintosh, so I don't know if this is a problem with Macintosh that they end up mealy. What a way to end. Our winner, not just a gimmick, we have the naturally red inside Lucy Glow. It is so good. I sat down for a really long time and tried to make a bracket ranking the apples, but it wasn't fair because I didn't know how to seed them. See what I did there?
Here it is, the official Apple GozurHotList rankings.
Listen to how crisp this thing is. Maybe you hated that. Sorry. Thank you so much for watching GozurHotList. If you liked the video, please subscribe down below, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, and then hit the store to buy yourself some Lucy Glows. Thank you all. See you next time.